Welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me here today. Today we're going to be doing a nice little interesting painting. I hope you can follow along with me. Let me have them run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I got done on my canvas. I have my regular pre-stretched double prime canvas, 16 by 20 inches, and what I did was add a thin layer of the liquid white. That's basically all I've done, and we could get started with today's painting. Now, I thought for today we can do a traditional painting, but take a couple twists and turns around the way. We don't want it completely the same. So I'm just doing Prussian blue and a little bit of alizarin crimson and just a little touch of white. We're gonna need more white than that. All I'm putting in that red for is to sort of dull that blue down a bit. And on top of that, I am going to pile up another blue, that same blue batch, just lighter. So we have darker, lighter. So I'm gonna work my way from lightest to darkest just to make my life easier. And we're gonna come here in the center and just crisscross. Make sure you tap enough paint in your brush before even putting your brush on canvas. The first important step is having enough paint. With enough paint, you can pull off anything else. You just gotta know how to do the right tricks and all that good stuff. There. And slightly darker. And the liquid white will also blend, so it'll make it even lighter than what it is. So if you want it a little darker, just remember you gotta put a little extra dark because the liquid white will interact with it. There. Just up and down, side to side. And let me take a step back and just see where I'm at. I am going to pick out a little bit more white, just a little bit, and just a little bit down the center, just a little bit. Let me load up that corner again. There we are. Now let's go ahead, let's go back to how I used to do clouds. We're gonna go with the fan brush number 6, going into titanium white paint. Let's come up here and just loosen up. I want to start changing my style up a bit. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. If you guys want me to stick with the original style you guys got used to, that's completely fine. I just want to know so I know what to show on camera. I do this for you guys. Without you guys, I'm nothing and I wouldn't do this. You guys are the ones who keep coming back, supporting me, and best yet, you're the ones who convinced me to do this, because I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. There's been times where I'm sick, where I'm out, and I rush back to here because you guys deserve a video. I always tell people there's been times where I wanted to go out, where people would invite me, sometimes would invite me to go out and just hang out. I'm using a dagger brush. This one of the newer brush we are talking about on the last video. Uh, it's a nice little cool brush. We can block in and we can also get into small details with this brush. But anyways, I've been invited and I had to say no because I'm filming, and it's all thanks to you guys. So again, I like to thank each and every one of your guys' support, sticking through it. Leaving a comment really makes my day. Seeing you guys actually watch my videos. There's a lot of people who hate on me, not on YouTube, in person. A lot of people who hate on me, but seeing your guys' comments, it just helps me forget about all the negativity. And I'm glad to say I have people who watch me and actually enjoy the content I create. Anyways, let's step aside from the sob story. I know you guys didn't come for a sad story. You guys were like, I just came for a painting. I didn't sign up for this. I just wanted to get that out. Let you guys know how much I appreciate your guys' support. So let's go ahead and grab a little bit of mountain mixture. And I'm going to add smallest touch of cadmium yellow. I just want it to shift the color to a very dark green. And if I put too much yellow, then it's going to become light. So the way how I avoid it is putting a little bit at a time and seeing if I like that value or not. Right there, I'm pretty satisfied with it. We're gonna use our same 2-inch brush, and we're gonna come up here and simply just pop in a bushy little tree that lives out there. There. I was just thinking to myself, when would be the right time to end these videos? I don't mean from what time to what time. I mean completely stop doing this, because there's gonna be a point in time, at least where I believe. You guys can leave in the comments if you disagree or not. But I believe there's gonna be a time where I can't do it at the same level. I can't come up with those creative ideas I might have came up with down like in previous times. And so the conclusion I came to of when I should stop doing this, and it's gonna go back to your guys' support, is when no one cares and I'm just repeating and repeating the same things over and over. Basically a copy of each painting. That's when I think I would end it. Because no one's here to watch repetition of one painting. People want to see different paintings. And so once I can't deliver that, then it's game over for me. And I don't mean to make this into a sad part or anything. I'm not saying that time is anytime soon. I'm just saying when I start to realize that no one's really watching it and I'm just repeating the same paintings, maybe it's time. I don't know. You guys could leave your opinions down in the comment section below, telling me if you agree or disagree. I have a feeling Not too many people will agree with me. There might be a few who will. There, all I'm doing is just blocking in some color. I've been wanting to bring in some of my cousins to do their art, and it's either they're far away or timing or they don't know exactly what. And so with all that, it stops me, and I think that puts my ceiling because you guys only get to see me and me only. So I'm trying to get people in the studio and have people work with me. I think that would be interesting. That's something I would even want to see for myself. It's also important to get the right person to do it with you. There, just a little bit. Wherever I think it would improve it by the looks, I'm tapping some paint on there. Let me step back and enjoy it for a quick second. So now we're gonna work with that dagger brush. We're gonna go into cadmium yellow and we're gonna get the slightest touch of Prussian blue just to make it really turn green. And I'm gonna grab slightest touch of the liquid white. Now, as you can see, fully loaded. These are cheap brushes that you can get pretty much anywhere. But to me, you can do a painting with cheap brushes. You don't need the most expensive brushes, but it's just gonna make the process take longer and more work. But also, I thought about it because I was gonna get a more expensive brush and more expensive paints and canvases and utilities. But I also thought to myself, not everyone has the money or the ability to be wasting money like that. And that's okay. I shouldn't even be wasting that much money on it either because you you rely too much on the colors rather than how to do things. And I think that that's not something you want to be proud of. I think if you want to be proud of something, you should be proud of being able to learn the little tricks and doing it with cheap stuff that makes it harder. But anyways, it's just a basic little thought. I'm gonna just grab a little bit of cadmium yellow, same dirty dagger brush. This is like the first time I actually go into detail with a dagger brush. I rarely ever use them. And so now that I've picked up a dagger brush and really actually tried to see what it can benefit with my style and the way I try to teach you guys. This is the first time I'm really trying it. And so if I really like it, I'm gonna buy more dagger brushes. Doesn't matter if they're cheap or expensive. I think it's important for everyone to at least have one expensive brush because that way um, you feel the difference and you get to experience it really. Let me mix up a brown color. Um, oh, I have a shop towel off to the side. I almost didn't see it. I'm going to grab my green and a little bit of red. A little bit of black too. Leave it down in the comments. I want to know your guys' view on this. You guys want me to have a more complex palette where they're more specific colors and basically you just pull out a color and use that? Or you want me to use a limited palette, how I do right now, where you have to mix up, you actually have to mix up a few variants of colors and you test things out, but it does take longer and not too many people like it that way. Some people like being able to do it quickly. There. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to block in a nice cabin. So, little bit of mountain mixture. Load it up on my flat brush. I'm not gonna use a palette knife. Let's come up here. There. Ever so gently. Maybe goes off. There. Bada bing, bada boom. And then just shoop. Just pull it down. I don't really care how I put the color. All I care is that the color is there. So just blocking in. I'm just scrubbing. This is a cheap flat brush. These are the dagger and this flat brush are brushes that usually come in those cheap brush sets. The ones that have like a 25 count. Brushes people buy from when starting out as beginners. Now I'm gonna use my dagger brush. I find that the dagger brush is very useful. I can do a lot of things with it. So I'm just blocking in some like somewhat dark brown color. There. Just have that underneath. And then I'm gonna go into some lighter with some titanium white and liquid white. And we're gonna apply that paint on top. That way it creates a little more contrast. There. Just few little spots here and there. Boom, boom, boom. Now, we would have some of that light coming, hitting that roof. Now, this brush won't do it justice, but that's why I bought myself an angle brush. This is a 1/2 inch brush. It has the angle. It just makes it easy. Makes life easier. All I do is line it up and just slide it, and it does all the work for me. I think having a flat brush and this, um, I forgot what brush it is, um, but this one and the angular brush, oh, the dagger brush, I think. Um, but this and the angular brush, you can learn a lot of valuable lessons with both, or all those three brushes. There, just, and all I want to do is kind of just block in color. I don't want you to see too much of that green underneath. If not, whoever built the house, whew, I wouldn't really trust. There we are. Few little light sources here and there. Now, very gently, I'm going to go with my 1 inch brush. Very gently. Shoom. Very gentle. Now we gotta add more color um, to that roof section. I see it and it's really, really like bland, I could kind of say. So I'm just going into my brown, adding a little touch more red. I want my brown to be more on the red side. And just shoom. There. And a little bit of that light color. Same thing over here. Shoom. Step back a bit. I can see the cabin. Now, load it with mountain mixture. And all I'm going to do is simply shoop. And also a little bit of mountain mixture with that same angle brush. Just lightly. There. Just creating little details that you'll see in person, really. Okay. Now, let's go ahead. Let me go into that green color. Same dirty dagger brush. And I want it dirty because I want it to dilute the color and kind of make it into a little bit of a muddy mess. So, just using the corner just to pick out few little few little details, few little grass just showing through little details just by using the tip, just by the tip of the brush, of the dagger brush. The angle brush is too firm and wouldn't really, I don't really think I would be able to do this as easy as the dagger one does it. There, just a few. There we go. And just tap it out. Tap it out. There. I hope you guys were able to capture that. I think that's a neat little trick. Um, let's go ahead. Let's go with my angle brush. I'm having a lot of fun with my angle brush. And we're gonna come up here and just a little bit of mountain mixture, by the way. And just come up here and maybe there. Okay. Now with my dagger brush, we're gonna do a little bit of leaves. I think the dagger would, with that sharp tip, we can kind of block in those leafy looks. You're probably saying leafy looks. The appearance of the leaf. That's where I'm trying to get at. Shoom. There. Plus, I'm trying to test as much as I can this dagger brush and just block in a little bit of color and just really, this tree will stand out, the one that I'm working on currently, because it's going to be lots of green and it's against the cabin, which is a lot of brown. There we are. So I'm gonna go into some cadmium yellow, same dirty dagger brush, and just load up my brush and really just come up here and just right now I'm just trying to block in color by thinking of shapes, not really where the light would hit and all that. I think you got to think of it like a bush. That's how I think about when painting trees like these. There. That bigger one, I don't really think about it too much because it's like all in one. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a little bit of liquid white and some cadmium yellow and just really emphasize that light. Shoom. Okay, and luckily we did shape these out so we can kind of put them different lighting and all that good stuff. There. Step back a bit. Yeah, that looks nice. This tree would kind of block the light, so I wouldn't get too much light this bottom piece, but maybe this top piece, maybe it gets a little bit more. And just a little bit there. Now with my angle brush, I'm going to go in my light brown color. Maybe, or we'll use titanium white instead. Oh yeah, that's a nice light color. Let's come up here. It's like subtle, but then it's there. And this other one just stands out even more, thanks to the other one being more subtle. There. Let me go into a little bit of mountain mixture just to create that shadow. Just kind of working it in a little bit at a time. Shoom. Okay. Now, let's go ahead. Let's create a ruggedy old rock. There. And just block in that color. And just slightly highlight this. Okay. Little bit of mountain mixture just for shadows. Since we already have a base of mountain mixture, the next one we put won't get too much lighter. Gets light because of the liquid white and how the colors are light and all that. Just think of shapes. Break up some shadows in different areas. A little bit of cadmium yellow and just block it in there. Now, it looks so empty. If you get where I'm trying to say with this, we're going to a little bit of Prussian blue. Prussian blue, same dirty brush that I use for the grass. And then I'm gonna go into some white. Now, I'm gonna come over here. Let's put in a little pond. Okay? Let's go into a little bit more white. There we are. So, we can go in with a dark color and just the angle brush really does what the palette knife does. So for those who struggle with the palette knife a bit, give this angle brush a try. I think this angle brush would really help improve. And once you get the confidence to attack the palette knife, you can work your way to the palette knife. I did the opposite. I got the confidence to work with my palette knife. Talking about my palette knife, let's use it. And then I went and got my confidence to work with my angle with the angle brush and all that. There. Okay. Very lightly. Just a few little detail spots here and there. There. And all I want to do, let's add in some water lines. So I'm going to go into a little bit of white, cut a roll on my palette knife. Let's see if I could get that to focus. There we are. And let's go ahead and let's just scrub in a few little water lines. There. Okay. I wanna put in an evergreen tree. I like painting those. But this time we're gonna try with my angle brush. Maybe this one's a smaller one. So I see many people kind of do this when trying to teach others. They say start light, not with the angle brush. I just seen them do it, and they say fluff that tree out. So I thought I could try that out. Now all I'm doing is using that corner of my angle brush. I think I'd rather tap it. It takes too long. Looks nice, but takes a while. And it doesn't make much difference. I think that would help the beginners because not everyone could grab a random brush and say, I'm gonna paint this. Some people have to practice it for a while, and that's alright. I was those people when I was first starting out. Let's go into a little bit of black and just there, maybe just here a bit, and just kind of try to fluff things up with the corner. Okay, let's go into a little bit of cadmium yellow, and with our dagger brush, just little indications of some bushes just to kind of add on, and maybe just kind of loosely add in a little bit of details there. You can use your finger too if you don't like the way it looks. There. There we are. We're gonna put some green over here, and we gotta change it up. Not everything's gonna blend in, and I don't want that to happen. There, let's, by putting in some red, it changes that value, and then we can have it changed with some orange as well. Just blending in a little bit of orange with that red so it's not too strong. And just trying to get a back to green color to sort of fix that patch of grass. Now, for my last part of the painting, all I'm going to do is load up my brush and maybe shoom, 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 boom, 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 falls down. Maybe it survives on the rock. Maybe just shoom, shoom. And let's go in for a little bit of brown. I need a little bit of liquid white. Shoom. I'm gonna start producing faster videos. I'm just doing these slower ones for beginners. I want people to be able to paint at a slower pace and people find it easy at a faster pace. Well, let's fix that up over here before I sign off. And a little bit of green. Okay. Few little details. I was about to sign off and I got trapped in here. There. Let me just smooth that out. Well, I think that'll about do this painting. I really hope you enjoy this painting. Try this painting out. If you're new to my channel, send me an email. I should put my email. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I really appreciate each and every one of your support, and I thank you for sticking with me. And until next time, I like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friends. Goodbye.